Dantro.outdoors here with a commentary video on my solo scramble Sinister gully. This is in the Ogwen Valley area of North Wales. Definitely one of my favourite areas to visit. Lots of different routes, choices on scrambles and hikes in general. Really good views, that sort of thing, so definitely worth checking out. Choose to start with this scramble and head along Bristly Ridge and over to the Cantilever Stone, glider Fact and glider 4. It makes for a great hike with amazing views on a clear day. It was a bit cloudy on the pond, and definitely do it again for the views from the top of them summits. You can also add Trifan to the start of this route. If you're coming north to south, it's a great scramble route. I'd say they're both quite advanced though, so probably want to be quite competent in scrambling, especially Sinister Gully. There's some tricky parts up towards the top. A lot of it has good handholds, foot placement, but there are some tricky bits, so if you're a bit unsure of scrambling, it's probably not one to start on. But if you're competent, take care. And obviously this is an instructional video, it's just my review and obviously footage of how I got on the climb. So yeah, here we go. So the scramble starts off from the stone wall at the bottom of the Trifan, or as you can see in the video here, just making my way up the side of it. I've actually climbed over the stile up with the wall here, which is another hiking route round onto the top if you don't want to do the actual scramble itself. But this is you can get up either side of this stone wall, so it's not really an issue which way you choose to go at this point. Nothing too difficult here, pretty solid. Rock doesn't move too much, so just going to hop over the wall here, back onto the other side. That wall, it gives you a nice line to follow on the way up. Skipped ahead there, just the same old really. Nothing too difficult, nice and easy walk to be fair on this part. Pretty cloudy here, so you can't really see up the gully, but I'm pretty sure from here, on a nice day, you could see pretty much high up your route all the way up there. So this is the beginning of it, so you've got Sinister Gully and Dexter's Gully off to the right. So yeah, it's not too bad this part, nice and easy. Good handholds, foot placement's relatively easy. So I'm just starting to scramble up. On the GoPro Hero 12 chest mount again, so say the angle isn't always brilliant, but gives you a great idea of the sort of terrain you're going to be scrambling up and some of the tricky areas later on, in case you're thinking of having to go with this route. Some pretty cool parts on the way up, so back down around the gully there. Up to the right of this, a little bit grassy, but it's easy enough to get around. Nothing too difficult. A stone edge here, so just stepping up onto it. This is where the gully starts to narrow down a bit, so a little bit less choice on route and that sort of thing, but you can just pretty much follow it on its way up. Some flat rock, but if you stick to the centre of the gully, it's not too difficult this part. Some nice handholds here again, easy foot placement, so pretty fun bit to be fair, just making my way up. pretty steep now, so just making sure I've got good holds, good foot placement before making too many moves, especially going on your own. I'll take care, check for loose rock, that sort of thing, so it's all pretty solid. There's one loose part like a bit further up, but this was all good, so get up this bit relatively fast. So nothing tricky, plenty of places to climb up, but it is quite steep, so take your time, don't want to be slipping or anything like that. So a big step up there, I think. So just taking time, making sure we can get it nice and safely. Now, I probably have the same issues if it was wet. It would be a bit, obviously, slippy, a bit more dangerous, so I'm not sure. Obviously, a lot more risky in the wet, so I'd take a lot more caution on it. I have seen people climb this route with full climbing gear, rope assistance, that sort of thing, so it can be a pretty tricky scramble, so not to be underestimated really. This part here, you can see the rocks get pretty steep and quite long between the handholds and foot placement, so you've really got to take your time, spot them roots, make sure you got a good grip on everything. This would probably become tricky if it was wet, because this needed quite a bit of good grip for these sections at the top. This was probably the hardest bit to get over, just took me a minute to figure out the best way. Just checking out some different handholds where I can get my feet up safely. I think in the end I ended up pinning my toes against this rock on the left, and then there was a ledge up a little bit further for my left foot to get onto, so I just shimmied up that rock. A bit hard to see on the chest mount, so I'll describe it a bit easier, because that was a tricky section. But once you're over that, you just stopped here, had a drink, checked out the view behind. Yeah, so this is looking back down what you just climbed up. As you can see, that last bit, pretty tricky, pretty steep, so that is probably the hardest bit of it. And it could be quite easy to get stuck there if you're not confident. So, I want to say you've got to bear in mind that there are some tricky parts on the scramble. So. But from here up, similar to the bottom, nice foot placements, easy handholds. Just following that gully up to the top. So from the top here, there's you head on to Bristly Ridge. There's plenty of different routes across there, some harder than others, so take caution, but I probably will do a video on that as well, as I did record that section. I'll do it as a separate one. It's a bit longer footage, so I thought I'd keep the Sinister Gully on its own video. As I say, still taking my time, I'm on my own, don't want any rushing, so still checking everything's safe before making any steps or anything like that. Weather was calm, so it wasn't too windy or anything. It was a nice day for it. It's just a shame with the cloud. The views from there would be pretty spectacular if it was a nice clear day, but it is what it is. The scramble was great fun anyway, so this is the first time me up this route, so it was a bit taking my time, being a bit more cautious. Classed as a grade 1 scramble, so I'd say it's quite a tricky grade 1. As I've said, people do use ropes and climbing equipment on it, so it is considered a harder one, but it can be done free climb. But obviously weather conditions will change it dramatically on difficulty, so if you're free climbing like I was, definitely recommend a dry day, just narrow down that risk factor. But this section here, we're out of the main gully now. This is heading up to the Bristly Ridge scramble area, so as you can see, plenty of rock there, plenty of choices to scramble up. It's all good grippy rock, so not too flat and polished, so most of it is good to climb up, just finding your own safe route. Just coming over, up and over, making my way forward. So I did really enjoy the scramble. It goes on for quite a while by the time you got over Bristly Ridge and up onto the summits, so it's definitely one of my favourites. A few bits of good scrambling actually on the tops as well, so keeps the route exciting. You've got the cantilever stone, which is great for pictures and that sort of thing if you're going as a group. Glider 4 and glider thatch, brilliant views. Obviously the lake's on the way back down. So really nice hike if you do the circular route with this involved. As you can see, that cloud blocking the view, but it was nice up here, even though just showing a bit of the rock faces further down. Yeah, great area, great scramble. And there we have it, that's the end of the Sinister Gully section of the scramble. So as I said, I'll do another video shortly on the Bristly Ridge section of the scramble up to the summits. So yeah, thanks for watching. It's Dantro.outdoors, same on Instagram, so give us a like and a follow. I'll probably put some shorts on this as well. So yeah, thanks for watching.